This is Eric Muathe with Muathe.com for Thursday, the 23rd, 2008. Market's been trading up and down, up as much as 260, down as much as 100 and something. A couple of so volatility is still high. Obviously, the VIX is high, trading in the higher 60s. I have been extremely bearish on this market. I mean, extremely bearish. But I have good news for those who would like to go long this market. If you're a bull, you want to go along this market, I want you to watch this video because I got some good news for you. So now we right now call down around 12 points. Let's go straight to the charts and see what we have. Now we are looking at Baidu. This is Baidu. Baidu is down 15% today on a big one-day drop. What I wanted us to look at is the Baidu had tried to move above the RSI top lines. It hit that line twice and dropped. So the two arrows is what I want you to pay attention to because they'll come into focus in this video. So Baidu gave a sell signal right there. One thing we need to watch for if you're a Baidu bull, and I hope you're not, is that if it cracks this RSI lows line, then this is going to lead to tremendous further drops in the stock. Probably it's going to see prices below 200, way below 200. So that's something people who are watching the technology space for a rebound can also look at. You like Baidu to find support around here. If it doesn't, and it's going to be a tremendous drop after that. Now, that's all for now. Let's look at Wilshire 5000, Dow Jones Wilshire 5000 index. Now, what I suspect the market is trying to do, or might be trying to do, it's just a theory. This chart here should not be taken very seriously, but we had this drop in early 2007 that gave us this double bottom on the RSI. But what I want you to pay attention to is the positive week. We have a double. We are trying to form something like that. Now the only way the RSI gives you a double bottom if the second week, this week, is lower. It has to be lower for the RSI to give you a double bottom. Right now what we see is that we have that kind of a formation and we are trading somewhere around here. The markets need to drop further and close lower for the week, at least for the week, before we can get the RSI giving us a double bottom. So that's just a theory I have. Usually lows in the market are formed by double bottoms. We'll see whether this one works out, but you see right now we are forming this formation, and more than likely what we are going to see as we go into the end of the week is this might come down, and then next week we might trade lower probably in the early part of the week and then close higher. And so that means prices, the Dow Jones is going to most definitely test these lows here. I mean lows it made around 7,700 and probably even close below that to kind of flush out some of the bad medicine that's out there in the market. So this just means that there's some tremendous downward pressure in the market. Now this is the XLF. This is the financials ETF or spiders. Now obviously everybody knows we're in this mess because of the financial crisis, all this whatever words we've never had, like Libot and credit swaps. I mean, what the hell are these things? But it is what it is. What's really surprising to me is just this week, yes, we broke below XLF's all-time monthly closing low. So we can say we've already seen the drop this month, the month that we had a crash in the market, 2008. What is interesting to me is we are still breaking this. We are at the lowest RSI levels on the monthly chart for the XLF. This is never a good indication, ever. and this is just month one. So makes me wonder whether there's going to be a second month, or we rally towards the end of the month and this becomes a nice double bottom. And that's a possibility. In other words, we form something like that. Now that these do tend to be very strong bottoms. Right now we've violated the double bottom. It's very bearish and remains bearish. Now we already know the month of October is accounted for. It's been a bad month, so this does not tell us a lot, unless we have fresh evidence that there's reason for this ETF to continue going lower. Now you see the MACD is giving us a fresh break right now on the monthly, but what I want us to pay attention to is the daily on XLF. Now remember, this is a XLF downward sloping channel, actually very clean downward bearish channel. There's no argument here. We are tethering with the lows of this price channel. That's very easy to see. But remember Baidu example, look at this double RSI resistance, two double arrows. More than likely we are gonna be headed lower in my estimation. Now I have to really, in all my videos I always forget to mention this and I always kick myself afterwards, is if you have RSI and you have a double bottom, that's a strong indication that prices are gonna go upward. If you had a double bottom, I mean like that, double top, then prices are headed lower. Okay, there's no argument. That's usually what happens. That's classic. Now problem is, if you break this double bottom, that's a significant sell signal. Okay, whenever you violate a double bottom or a double top, it's a significant counter directional indication. So right now we are forming this double bottom. This is the RSI line, this blue line. We've hit that twice with the black arrows. More than likely we are headed lower. If this market is to shake out all the short people, all it needs to do is break that and move head close high on the RSI. That's going to be a classic counter reversal signal. We haven't seen that. Right now my direction is lower on the XLF. And as far as the UYG is concerned, the UltraShort ETF for the financials, the UYG, it's currently trading at $8. My price target is $5 or $4 before all this is over. Yeah, don't hate to be a bearer of bad news. It is what it is. And right now it's not looking good. XLF, again, the weekly chart. Let's check this out. Notice, again, clean downward trading channel. And we are still on support line. So there's hope. But notice one thing. The RSI's weekly support level is just about to be cracked. Now, if we make new lows on the weekly RSI, that's a fresh, and I repeat, that's a fresh sell signal. And more than likely this secondary psychological level, which is the same psychological level as this one, is going to bring this stock or this ETF straight to test these lows here. That's my price target. I don't know if that's going to work out, but that's what the charts tell me. I could be wrong, and that's always a possibility. Now, this is the ITB, the Dow Jones US Construction Index, yeah, or ETF. I don't know, whatever. ETF, I guess. Notice, it's crack. We are seeing a fresh crack of the RSI weekly support line. This is not good for those who are trying to find cheap stocks in the home building sector. Now, this is a fresh break, very bearish. New lows right here, very bearish. MACD crossover, very bearish. Short-term MACD gave a sell signal, very bearish. This is a VIX. Who doesn't know about the VIX? If you didn't, I'm sure you've heard it a million times over the last couple of weeks. The VIX currently trading lower today. But I want to warn you, should the VIX move out of this wedge on the top lines here, and if the VIX can move its RSI above 68 in the coming days, My price target for the VIX on the upside is $100.